Hey guys, Comic Boom here to review Catwoman number 6. I'll cut to the chase. I'm 3 weeks behind reviewing this comic book. So I'm just... But hey, what can I say? I've been busy and over Christmas break I did put Catwoman on my top 35. But in any event, let's wrap this up, shall we? This is Catwoman number 6. It wraps up the first story arc of Joelle Jones. Her art is fantastic. But there are some criticisms here in terms of the storyline. This is basically Selina Kyle in a new city that she fled to after not marrying Batman in Batman number 50, that infamous wedding issue, the wedding that never was issue. We know Selina takes off to another city where she comes across a person by the name of Raina Creel, who was Governor Creel's wife, and she lives in this Villa Hermosa, this mansion in this city, and she kind of controls the mafia in this city, and she uses this drug, which is, I think she calls it narcissistrum or narcissist. It's some sort of narcissist drug. It's got an odd name. I can't remember the name, but in any event, it gives her an artificial kind of beauty. She's actually a very ugly person deep down, and she's sort of basically the opposite of Catwoman. Catwoman is naturally gorgeous, hot, the whole 9 yards. Raina Creel is just plain ugly on the outside and ugly on the inside. And when she does appear to be beautiful, it's purely drug-induced, and it's all an illusion. Raina Creel is obsessed also with her sons. She wants her sons to be powerful, but she also wants to control them and have them do what she wants. Raina Creel also has a corrupt detective essentially working for her. Raina Creel essentially controls the town, and even the governor, her own husband, doesn't even know that. In previous issues, Raina Creel killed her husband, Governor Creel, because Governor Creel got cancer and he took himself out of the governor's race because he didn't want to be governor anymore. He wanted to focus on his family. Little did he know that his family, namely Raina Creel, is psychotic. That's the one criticism I have of the storyline here, is Joelle Jones makes Raina Creel beyond stupid, like really psychotically stupid. The actions of Raina Creel here don't make much sense. Even the actions of Catwoman here don't make a lot of sense. Catwoman in this city, she chose the particular city because that's where her sister Maggie Kyle was institutionalized, because her sister Maggie is institutionalized because Maggie went through a lot of trauma when Maggie's husband was killed by the Black Mask, and Maggie had to watch the Black Mask torture her husband, pull out one of his eyes, and basically force Maggie to eat the eyeball. It was kind of disgusting. That drove Maggie insane. So Selina cares for her sister in this city, but Raina Creel wants Selina Kyle to do her bidding. Well, obviously Selina Kyle, that did not sit well with her, and basically Selina Kyle's answer to that is to basically attack Raina Creel at her mansion. Raina Creel attacks Selina Kyle, tries to attack Maggie Kyle, and then tries to attack Selina Kyle. That just makes Selina Kyle angry, Catwoman angry, and then it ends with this issue with Catwoman attacking the governor's mansion. But how on earth, there's no reason why that should wrap up anything. Why did Raina Creel go insane? Why did Raina Creel try to overdose? Or why did Raina Creel feed her sons a bunch of drugs? I think on the surface to try to ostensibly give them some metahuman powers, because these drugs artificially give artificial strength. But still, nothing really fit. Didn't make a lot of sense. There's a detective here, Detective Yolmez, I believe, who is sort of corrupt. He works for Governor Creel, or he works for Raina Creel, yet was obsessed with bringing in Catwoman, and yet I'm not really sure if that's what he wanted to do. And then there's this other cop that wasn't corrupt. And anyways, this ended more confusing than it needed to be. So I'm disappointed with how it ended. This was not put together very well. As a story, this was not structured very well. Overall, it was still on my top 35 list because it was so beautifully drawn, and there's enough of a story here that this is like a B-level 80s action flick. If you read issues 1 through 6, it's like a B-level 80s action flick where two forces meet. Catwoman meets a stranger in a strange town. That's the stranger's Catwoman. Her sister, she's caring for her sister. A corrupt government official's wife is really the badass, makes an offer that Selina can't refuse. Selina refuses. She attacks Selina's sister and also attacks Catwoman. So Catwoman gets pissed off, saves her sister Maggie, and then it goes to the governor's mansion to beat up the bad girl. And that's exactly what she did. And she wins in the end. And in the end, in all the kerfuffle, Raina Creel's son is killed accidentally by Raina Creel. Because Raina Creel goes insane for some odd reason again. And again, the police get involved and they start making arrests, but I don't know why. There's no evidence that Raina Creel did anything wrong. Raina Creel accidentally shot her son. I don't know exactly how Raina Creel could get convicted of anything, because I don't think there was really any. I guess there were some witnesses when she did kill her husband, the governor, in previous issues, but perhaps there's some evidence there that, I mean, she's going to likely get off on that. She'll be successfully defended on that because she controls all the witnesses, and there's corruption here. So this whole thing wrapped up far too conveniently. But I mean, I guess if you just, to me, this is like a popcorn flick, the equivalent of a popcorn flick in terms of a comic book. Don't overthink it. So overall, not bad. It could be better. Lady Killer is so much better written than this. Joelle Jones did such a better job on Lady Killer. These types of plot holes and, leaps of logic, that never occurred in Lady Killer. So I was very disappointed in how this wrapped up, and I really hope that she spends a little bit more time plotting things here. Also, she needs better editors here. One of the faults in the first 6 issues is we really, it should be far more clear where they are in terms of the settings, what the city actually is called, what city is she in, the places, the locations. There's got to be a little bit more there's got to be a little bit more information provided on the panels themselves in order to sort of help the reader from issue to issue. Again, it's a minor nitpick, but it's important, and it would actually help transition the story smoother, because the art alone's not going to cut it. The art's beautiful. The art's been great. Even the guest artist, whose names I forget, was good. The art's always been good. But again, things just need to, I think they're just finding their footing, but things hopefully will pick up as the issues progress. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think of Catwoman number 6. And until next time, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Twitter at Metropolis40. And until next time, Comic Boom, out.